Good evening and welcome back to Timberborn, here with our 3x3 playthrough where the game is currently paused. And it is paused because, as you might notice from the new shaped farmhouse, we have updated to update 4. Yes. And I don't know whether everything's going to work or whether everything's going to explode. So let's have a zoom out and see whether anything is missing to start with. I don't see any buildings missing. I don't think there were. I don't think there was any buildings removed from the folktales. The Iron Teeth had a complete overhaul, but the folktales were... They had some tweaks, but nothing was removed or changed. So nothing was removed, I should say. So I think we're good. Okay. There are a few things we need to address, however. One is this with flooding, but I'll deal with this. Yeah, we'll deal with this, that's fine. The biggest issue, however, is over here. You'll notice the distribution post is gone and the drop-off point is gone. That's because distribution now works in a completely different way, and I will go over that. But we need to go over it now because these people have no food and water. They've got like food, but they have no water. So let's turn that on. And I think what I'm also going to do is, it's 18 beavers, I don't think one pump's going to be enough, but I might build a pump here. And make it like the highest priority of everything, just so they have at least a trickle of water in whilst we're doing things, and then we'll import water as time. So yeah, should have brought built some storages here for water and stuff, but I didn't. So oh well. Okay. So everything looks good. I don't think anything... The changes to the folktales are the farmhouses now support 3 beavers. So I'm going to leave that, and when we unpause the game, maybe they'll kick in and do that. If not, I'll go over and fix them that way. And I think the trees are the other change. So maple trees are no longer the best wood. They're 28 days to 6 wood, which isn't fantastic. It's not as good as the oak tree, which is the brand new tree. The oak tree is 30 days to 8. So we want to be planting oak trees instead of maple trees. Maples and chestnuts are exclusive to folktales, and they are because they produce food. So they're exclusive to folktales. The Iron Teeth don't get these 2 trees. They just get birch, pine, and oak. So okay. So how about we cancel all this over here? Oop. And we replace it with oak trees. There you go. So you'll start plucking oak trees. And when the oak grows, we can do stuff with that. And when the maple grows, we can get rid of the maple and replace it with oak in the centre. So not a problem. Okay. This I'm going to leave as maple for the minute because it is currently doing its thing. I'm just going to leave it and let it do its thing. We will remove all the trees here anyway soon. So yeah, okay. So there's that. So what we want to do is we want to figure out distribution between the 2 places because they're going to need food and water very, very quickly. That comes in a new building called the District Crossing. And this works similarly to the district distribution post. It's 1,000 science. I think it's a little expensive at 1,000 science, but and as you can see, it kind of looks like one. It kind of looks like one. It's a 2-sided building. It's basically a gateway. It's a gateway, but a 2-sided building. So we need to find somewhere to put it in, and I'm going to put it in right here because this just makes sense to go here. So let us get some explosives, and I want to explode. I think there. I'll put it in there. I kind of want to lower this floor down as well. So that we can get around this way. Not that it matters, we're going to move them houses, but I kind of want to do it because we can. The other thing as well is that I don't have to worry about that so much because update 4 means the district centres no longer have a limited range. So as you can see, we can reach out all the way to the edge of the path here. It's just a long way from the district centre. It's a long way to go. It means that the explosives can be placed. It means that we can get up here to do the channels we wanted to do. It just makes life easier everywhere. And every building you click on now, you'll see in here, it has a little number in brackets. That's how many tiles away from the district centre it is. And if you build too far away from the district centre, it will warn you. It will go, hey, this is bad. Don't do this. Don't do this. See, that's 58. That's 52, 53. I can't really do anything. I don't know anything that's really far away. What's this? 57, 59. But yeah, as you get further away, it turns like it gives you an exclamation mark going, oh, you should probably put this in a district. It's too far away. So, okay, right. So, also, before we unpause the game, is this open? This is open all the way. I'm going to fix it. I figured out a way. I've decided what we're going to do with this, I should say. And that is going to be over here. I'm going to take out these three and these three and put dams in here. So there's going to be 6 dams in there. And then we're just going to block off this end completely. Because, yeah, there's no worry about it. And yeah, it will drop down half a level, but I don't mind that. To be honest with you. We're not going to take out that much volume of water in that time. So it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So we don't do that yet. We need to concentrate on this here. So let us build this here. So unpause the game and check nothing goes exploding that shouldn't explode. Nothing should explode. I haven't seen anything to explode. Unpause. It's moving. It's moving. Everything's doing its thing. Okay, cool. How are these doing? So these are all on 2 workers. Okay, so I want to go into the buildings. And we're going to have a check through of some of the stuff here. So whilst the game's doing its thing, we'll have a check through and see what's going on there. And we'll keep an eye watching the explosives. So we have a bakery, which is fine. Bakery should not be a high priority job. District centre is fine. Efficient farmhouses should all be a slightly high priority. And they should all have 3 people inside. 3 beavers. Pop, 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 pop. There you go. We've got 2 without any... Are they the outside ones? Ah, yes, this should be carrot. And this one should be potato. Okay, there we go. Right. The efficient farms up, so they're all 1 high level. So we're doing a slightly higher priority on the food gathering. Not the processing of it, but the gathering of it, at least anyway. Explosive factories are fine. This is fine. Forester, you should be... I'm going to set you to oak, and I think... Which one are you? I want this one to be... it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter for you. This one wants to be maple, because we're going to leave this one as maple here, because this is technically for food process. It's not for wood. It's just supplements in the wood system at the moment. So, okay. We had the gatherer flag. 3 gatherer flags. Got 1 there. Ah, this should be slightly higher priority. That's the one over here. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, so again, food should be slightly higher priority. See the numbers here? These tell you how far away it is. So, gear workshops are fine. We are processing the grills are higher. I might actually pause the ones that are doing Spader Dock. Because they're doing nothing. They're doing nothing, and they might go work somewhere else, like in the farms, because we now have more farms, so that might be on there. So. Wheat flour, we're not doing high priority. The hauling posts are all low. The lumber mills, even the lumberjack flags, lots are paused. That's fine. The mine is super low, but has more people in it because there's no longer anyone doing distribution. The printing presses are all kind of paused. That's fine. Smelters are good. I'm just looking to see if there's any other buildings that might have changed how many people are in them. So, water pumps should all be extremely high priority. Yes, they are. Excellent. Okay, and the wood workshops. Okay, so everything's good. Everything is good. Okay. Did we plant our explosives? We did not. Okay, so come on. Come on, beavers. It was the end of the day, so... Okay, we let it go. We let it go. I may also take out over here... just to let the water pour away. Although we have a drought coming up, so we'll deal with it for the moment. And then when the drought comes up, it will all start draining out, and then we can redo the build over here during the drought, so it won't be so bad. They're suffering from water. More builders. We get some more builders doing things. Maybe they can grab some stuff. Hey, there we go. Right, okay. Then we can put the builders back down again. Right, pump water. Yeah, right, okay. Okay, we're ready to detonate and detonate. Go, badoom. Oh, I should. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We've got loads here. There's a new explosion. There's a new explosion, which is awesome. Right, so we'll delete those two there, and we'll put in a distribution crossing here, and I'm going to put in that there, and we're going to make this the absolute highest priority to build, because you have to build it. It costs 30 wood and 15 planks. So we have planks on this side, we have wood on that side. Either side can build it, so that shouldn't be a problem. So go. Build that there. So speaking of explosions, let me show you the explosions. We're going to do the top row here. So they have a new sound effect. At least I believe it's a new sound effect. Let's find out. Ready, go. Yeah, it's much more of a pop. Yeah, I like that. So cool. Okay. Right. So speed up time. Go. Let's see. Okay. So you should definitely have enough planks on this side to build this. Yeah, we've got 20 odd planks. So yeah, we have enough planks to build it. It's just the logs that are the problem. But you should be chopping down trees here, so that shouldn't be so bad. We've got some water coming in. Where's the guy? What did you do? Oh, you went to get some food. Okay. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. We believe in you. All the planks are there. It needs 20 more wood. It's going to take a while to do 20 more wood. Okay. Okay. Do you know what? We're going to work through the night. It's a 24-hour jobby tonight. It's needed. It's desperate. We can do it. We can do it. You're producing water. Oh, and now you're giving up and going to bed. Okay. Okay. We might have some beavers fail here, but hopefully we'll be okay. Hopefully we won't desperately fail. Okay, we're kind of reliant on this side. So we have enough trees grown. These dropped down 6 wood ago now. Instead of 8, they dropped down 6. So 6, 12, 18. We only need 15 wood. So we have enough trees grown. We just need the builders to come and do it. Let's put ourselves some more builders in. Maybe they'll come and grab wood and do things faster. Come on. Before they all die. It will be okay. I think we're going to be okay. Okay. Someone can build this. Where are you going? What are you doing? Hey, stop. Right, okay. So, let's turn down the people in here again. But okay. So, now this is built. You can see this building is a two-sided building. So we have this side, and we have this side. And you see they're different people. This is 62 tiles away from District 5. This is 45 tiles away from District 4. They have people. Up to 8 people. Up to 10 people. 2, 4, 6. Yeah, 10. And this building acts the same way as a distribution post, just without the drop-off. So any item that is dropped in this side can be accessed by this side. So basically, it's a mid-warehouse between the two districts. Except you don't have any buttons to fill it with certain items. What you have is the managed distribution system. This system looks complicated, but it's really, really not. Okay, so we are under District 5, which is our main district. We have this side of the building. That matters. The district side you choose is important. Okay, so District 5, obviously there's a global view, District 4, District 5, so you go District 4, District 5. So we're District 5, we are the home district. And what this basically means is we have disabled import, which means they will never take any goods to this building. We have import if needed, which means if a building on either side of the district crossing requires an item and the other side has it, it will bring it. By that I mean, if we were to put a building over here that required, not building it, not constructing it, but if we put a wood workshop over here that required, that's a bad example. If we put a building over here that needed gears, for instance, this town would automatically, they would automatically go, hey, someone over on this side needs gears. I would automatically go and grab gears and put up to 30 of them in here, and then this side can come and pick them up and take them over. There's no more having to import stuff to storages in here. There's no more having to make sure you tell it, okay, so if we need gears, we need to make sure we import the gears, blah, blah. If you have it set to this center button, this import if needed, it will automatically grab it if it's needed from one side to the other. So, yeah. And obviously you'd go to the other side if you want to reverse it around. And the always import means that it will always put up to 30. This can store as many items as it wants, but only up to 30 of each item. So you can have up to 30 of each and every item in this storehouse. And it means basically I will gather 30 and put them in here so they're accessible to either side all the time. And it does that by default with all the foods, logs, water, planks, I believe, and biofuel. Where's planks? Where's... I am blind. That's tree planks, yes. So you see, by default, this is the default setup. So it's biofuel, planks, all the food types, logs and water. By default are enabled. Now I'm going to change this to be import if needed for everyone. And I'm going to do that on both sides. So import if needed for everyone. So if one side wants the other side's goods, it will grab it if it's needed. And then I'm going to say always import water on both. And I've realised what I've just explained to you there I think is a bit wrong. The import is always bring into it, so I might have reversed these things right now. We'll have a look. See, I might have just... I'm doubting myself. I think it might have been... do not export any goods. Export all goods without restrictions. So, the other one is the sliders as well in here. The sliders are the limits on what you do. Remember previously you had to set numbers. You had import limits and export limits. So the import limits would be how many you bring in, and the export limits are how many you hold before you do that. And that's what this slider is here. So we could say for District 5, we want to make sure we always keep 50% of our water for ourselves. And that's based on our storage. So it's based on all these storage points here. So if we go below 50%, we will not export any water to the district. So even though District 4 wants it, we won't export it. So I don't want to do that. I want to set that to 0 so that we always export goods. We always export water over. But you can set limits. So you can say, hey, don't get rid of all our potatoes. You know, we want to keep the potatoes, like say, keep 50% of our food for ourselves. And then export anything beyond 50%. So you can do that there. I did say in the previous episode that carrots were being eaten way quicker than potatoes. I have just remembered that we were exporting carrots. That might be where the carrots were going. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to export bread, because bread's really good. So we're going to export bread over to this side. And we're going to go 50% like that. Actually, that's import, isn't it? So I don't want to import. We're going to go, hey, if we need water, we'll import it. I don't think we will need water. We'll import that. Don't know. So District 5 doesn't want to import anything at all. Okay. District 4 wants to import water and bread. That way round. I got myself confused there. My apologies. I got myself confused there. So, because it's an import button. So we want District 4 to import bread and water. So if I unpause the game now. And we find one of these people. Here he is. He's carrying nothing. Let's speed him up. See where he's going to go. Okay, he picked up bread. And he's going to take bread into here. Look. And then if we look in here, we can see this has logs. And this side has bread. Because I did have it set to export logs for a while. So we were importing logs. So there you go. Okay. And because we're asking to import water as well, they should get some water and bring that in here. They can only store up to 30. So you haven't got to worry about it taking all the goods out. You know, just taking the lot out and get rid of it. It will only hold up to 30. The only way it would exceed taking 130 is if you have a storage here for something. So if we change one of these storages to be bread, for instance, then it would export 30 bread to here, and they would take it and fill their storages. I think they always try and empty this. So, yeah. So the import only does that. So that's where you would have the always import does that. That's where you'd have the slider on the other side saying, hey, don't take more than, so always leave us with some water or something behind. So there we go. We can drop the days back to 16 hours now. So that's going to be fine. And they're going to import bread and they're going to import water and everything's going to be fantastic. And we're going to get logs on this side. I'm not sure we're getting planks as well. I know why we're getting planks. Okay, let me pause the game again. I know why we're getting planks. At least I believe I know why we're getting planks. This is all new, so I played with it a little bit and we've seen, but so I think the reason is because District 4 we have got planks which are here set to import if needed, and by needed I think it means if our storages are not full, import them. Bring us the planks. I think that's how it works. Interesting though, because that would mean that is that doing a balancing thing? Is that, I don't know. I mean, the planks that are appearing in here are actually coming from this side. They're exporting their planks. It might be trying to balance. I believe it tries to balance between the two. So, and by balance, it works on percentages. So it will take out so many logs from here, planks from here, until we have the same percentage of planks in here. So if this has 1,000 storage and this has 10 storage, it will store 100 here and 1 here, because that's both 10% or 1% on each one. So I think that's how it works. I need to do a little bit more observing to find out exactly how it goes, but okay, so we're gears and gears and treated planks are being automatically exported from District 5 to District 4 because this requires gears and treated planks, and we will automatically export our scrap over to here because the smelters require scrap metal. So it's automatically doing it. It's automatically going, hey, I have a resource that's not needed here and it's needed over here, export it. And I have a resource that's needed over here, export it back. So, yeah. The plank one's the only one that's confusing me. It seems like we're getting rid of all our planks, which is a little weird. But I think that is because I set it to import and export. So, I think that's because it's set to this here. So the default settings is obviously we import everything required and then we have stuff going on there. So I just go, no, don't do that at all. And the District 4 always wants to import water and bread. So yeah. And it will only import 30 bread because we have no storage for bread. If I made storage, it would import 30 plus 20, which is 50. Although this can't be bread. So, but you know what I mean? If we had a storage for bread, that's what it would do. So yeah, I like this. I like this building a lot. It's a little bit weird to get used to what these buttons mean, but once you get used to it, basically you can just set it to import if needed and set and forget and let it go. It doesn't work over 2 districts, so if we put another district over here and say it wanted gears, or say it wanted something that this district didn't want, so say it wanted I don't know, metal blocks. Wanted metal blocks. It wouldn't import the metal blocks to this district to then import them to this one. It doesn't flow through. It only goes through one. You'd have to manually import blocks here to then export them to the next area. So, but that's fair. That's fine. There's no issue with that at all. So okay, all our pumps are working again, so we have run out of oomph. Lots of houses here are no longer flooded, which is awesome. And we're about to start the drought, which is excellent. So let's let the drought do its thing. Let some things be built. And this should be cycle 27. This episode is episode 27, so it should be cycle 27. So what I'm going to do is just let it go. I'm going to let it do things. We're going to let the trees plant. We're going to let this get built up, although this is pretty much done now. Although now it can actually build further because there is no limit on the district. Oh, actually, tell a lie. Yes, there is. These need to be built. That's why. But yeah, so we're going to let it go. Let it do its thing. And I will keep an eye on everything working absolutely fine. And we'll be back next episode, where I will probably be cycle 28 will come back at. I'm going to try and do as little as possible between them. I'm just going to let the game go and basically use a cycle to just finish up building some stuff and try and get some stock. Try and fill up our stock so we can top up our planks and top up our top up everything basically. So I will leave you with an explosion, and we will be back next time. Thank you all very, very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.